Yeah. I'm not here to save you.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy you're here, especially because I have Yaasika here with me. And she is like such an amazing person. I am in groups with her on Courtney's huge portal with a lot of amazing shit that's going on there. And I get to listen to her podcast every now and then whenever I feel called to. And when she chambles, it's so beautiful to listen to, and I always hear something that I need to hear, and I know that that's what this conversation is going to be about. So thank you, Yaasika, for coming. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I'm happy to be here too. This is exciting. Like, yes, very excited.
Well, I mean, I hope we can get into the trembling very, very quickly.
Yeah, I don't have a problem accessing that for sure.
Okay, so maybe we can start with your upcoming road trip.
Yeah, so I am going on a road trip in 2 days, and it is my it was originally like, oh, I'm gonna just go on this summer road trip. I'm taking my daughter out to see her dad, and then I'm gonna be on the road trip. And then I met a friend who was like, oh yeah, I'm going on tour this summer for like 10 days. And I'm like, oh, I should see you. And then I was like, tour? I'm going on tour. So now it's a tour. And I'm calling it the Yas Life Tour, thanks to Courtney, because she and Zero came up with that. It was amazing. And I'm like, yes, because my name, like when I tell people how to pronounce my name, I'm like, it sounds like Jessica, but with Ya. And they're like, Yaasika. And I'm like, yeah. So the Yas Life Tour this summer is starting here in Minneapolis and then going through to see some sites in like South Dakota and to go to some national parks and then Reno and then camping and then Vegas and LA and then up the West Coast. I think there's a giant, like I see it like this, like I'm heading into open water, uncharted territory. There's some places like, destinations that I know that I'm going to be here and I know that I'm going to be here, but then there's this big space between where I'm going to be at the end of June and where I'm going to be at the beginning of August. So I'm totally following spirit. I'm going to just turn left when I hear turn left, and I'm going to go here when I go there and just see what happens. I want to meet people. I want to have crazy experiences that are amazing, crazy experiences. I have to be clear about that. I just like I want to bring like live so much in the moment, in the 5D, in the like now that I'm led and guided to whatever is amazing. So there's a lot, there's a few knowns and a lot of unknowns. And that's I know it's going to be all summer, and I'm picking my daughter up from Reno on the 23rd of August. So those are the things that I know. And the rest is like, let's see what happens today. And yeah, that's the road trip. That's the tour.
I mean, that sounds amazing because you can get up every morning and say, today is going to be the best day of my life. And it's going to be. Like, hands down, I mean, that has been my experience in the past 3 months. Today is going to be the best day of my life. And it is.
I really appreciate you like bringing that in because it's true. It's like when I think about that, it's like, oh yeah, just say that. Like today, this morning when I woke up, I was like, all right, show me how magical today can be, And so like, and this is just small magic, but it's also like what I notice is like spirit will give me like little like mini like tests, not tests like oh, I'm testing you, but like just like a little like mm, I don't know, just like, let's see how you can handle this or manifest this or whatever. So my daughter just got like the Harry Potter series, and we're missing, and I got them, someone was giving them away. So I got her at first the books 2, 3, and 6 and 7. And then I was like, Zola, I got you these like 2 books or these books from Harry Potter, but we need book number 1 to start. And then that same day, or no, the next day, we went to, no, it was that same day. Then we went to like this random place to pick up something, and they had like a free shelf of free books. And I walk and I like beeline to the book, and it's like, boom, right there, first book of Harry Potter. I was like, it's the first book of Harry Potter. So fast forward to today. So we need books 4 and 5, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm, looking at the little free libraries that people have and see if I can like score one from, and whatever. I'm just putting it out there. It's like, we need to have the series so that we can like read through them. Mind you, she's read now chapter or book 1 in school, so I'm behind. So that's also what I'm going to do on my road trip is I'm going to read book 1 of Harry Potter. But so today, brother from another mother comes over, and he's like, "What books did you say that Zola needed?" And I was like, "Books 4 and 5." He was like, "Well, I've got book 4 here. Here you go," and like brings it to my house. And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is so perfect." Like now we just need book 5. So I'm like, okay, how is this magic going to come? So that is like this little testament to how when you ask for something, it appears. So it's like these little things that build trust. It's like the little exercises that you do where it's like, I don't know if this is doing anything. It's only 2-pound weights. And then like next thing you know, your like arms are like tired. It's like, I can't lift them over my head. This was only 2 pounds, but it's working. So I'm like building that muscle. Oh, speaking of, sure. This is how kids do. It's like, mom's busy. I'm gonna ask her for something to say. She'll have to say yes because otherwise I'm gonna bother her the whole time that I want her to leave. Anyway, you know how it goes. So yeah, Harry Potter magic came into the house today because I asked for it at one point. So I'm like, all right. And I'm also like calling in a new car. Not that I need one, but I want one. I want something a little bit bigger so I can have more room for car camping or, incidentals, or like, what if I like pick up a really cool group of circus people who need a ride somewhere, you know? Like I can only fit 5 people in my car, including me. So you never know what's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is amazing that you say exactly that. Because when I was in Mexico with my friend the first time round, um, we were in El Cuyo, and it happened that instead of staying there 8 nights, we only stayed there one night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and because we couldn't find another place to stay, they the Airbnb place that we stayed at, the advertisement did not match reality. Okay, so we put up a complaint and then for full refund, and then they cancelled, of course, the rest of the nights. So we stayed there one night and they cancelled the rest. And we couldn't find like an affordable place to stay in El Cuyo, which is at the Gulf of Mexico. And so like we get this little tuk-tuk to take us and our suitcases, and like shoving the huge suitcases into the little tuk-tuk plus the both of us. And so the joke that we kept on making was the ones with the clowns.
It's like a little clown car.
Yeah, and the thing was that like a few days beforehand we were in San Cristobal, and we were walking along just in the town of San Cristobal, and she says a clown is going to appear. And by that time, I'm already used to when she says, like, when she predicts something, it's gonna happen. So I was just like waiting for this clown to come.
Amazing.
we walk all the way. We find we're at this dead end, and there is a clown standing there in front of an art studio, beckoning people to come into the art studio.
I love that so much.
And so we were already laughing about clowns, and we felt like that was a clown car. And so we kept on making jokes about clown cars, those cars where it has all the clowns and they're all just peeling out of the car, like in
Yep.
The Simpsons. That.
That's amazing. That's I mean, like so that's what I love is like these stories that you just can't make them up. It's like how can you I mean, like how can you like you can't like it just blows my mind. Like you just can't be like, "Oh yeah, and then no, it just is like there's magic. Like that's like the proof, like 100% that there's magic. And anybody who doesn't believe in it is like, what is happening in your life? What are you doing that you're not experiencing any magic at all? Like what? Like this, like what? How?
Well, that's because they're going like this.
Yeah, true. Fair.
There's magic.
What time is it on your watch? I just saw 11 on your watch.
Yeah, it's 18 past 11.
Okay. Curious. Anyway, go ahead. It's just one of those. Again, the numbers, they just pop up. It's just like, it's 11. All right.
Yeah, there are actually 3 ones on it, so and an 8.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And an 8.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, once you start seeing these things and you realize like this is the magic, you start seeing magic all over the place. Because that's what you're
It's true.
focusing your reticular activation system on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as long as you're not attached to the outcome,
Yeah.
right? Like making it like with your story of the clown, it's like, okay, like, but you've had enough experience with your friend to know that she's clearly psychic enough or picking up in the field enough that she can spot these things. But like, for example, with the Harry Potter books, like, and of course, how magical, because it's a set of magical books. But I could be like, oh, but and how am I gonna? And if I'm like attached to it, like then it doesn't show up, right? It's just like, oh yeah, I wonder how that's gonna come. That would be, and the fact that it's coming in the order, right, of the next, in the sequence, it's like, okay, cool. Like, how is this next book gonna come, or how is this next thing gonna come through? It's like I can ask for the new car, right? Like that's what I'd like to have. And I'm asking from a space of like, that would be nice. It'd be nice to have a little upgrade, to have a little like, newer experience, something a little bit bigger but I'm not like, but how's it gonna come? And I don't know if I can in, if I didn't, but it's like that is what slows the flow. Like even me pretending to be like about it feels like kinking the hose, and like that is the way I suppose that the magic doesn't happen because it's like you're like watering the lawn with your hose and you're like holding it tight. And it's like, why isn't the water coming out? What's wrong with the water? It's like just do this.
You're putting too much effort into it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work in the 5D. You set your intent and then you forget about it.
Yeah. Set it and forget it. That's like something from some commercial. I don't even remember what it is. But like I'm gonna actually use that. It's like set the intention and then forget it, let it go.
Yeah. And that's how the things manifest very, very quickly. Because the more effort you put in, the more energy you put in, the more the universe will say, you're not ready yet. Like, I want to give it to
Yeah.
you. I would like nothing more than to give you what you want. But you're forcing it. So let go. As
Yeah.
soon as you let go of the outcome, it just goes.
And in a better way than you could ever imagine.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, how did that even like, because then, like, I feel like the universe is like the ultimate surprise party, It's just like, if you're just like, oh, like a friend of mine who I get to see, she's like one of my best friends. and she's currently living in Europe, and she's an expat from the US. And, we haven't seen each other in a long time. And this camping trip we're going, my daughter and my her dad and I are going on, um, is like a Burners Without Borders, so like a Burning Man, event. And she and I have like gone to the burn a few times together, and anyway, and talk about like magical place. Like she's like my magical friend. Like when the two of us are together, like it's like this whole other universe just opens up. And we talk long distance, and it's like one of those things where it's like, we haven't talked in a while, but it's like we pick up where we left off. So it's like that. So I'm talking to her, and she is telling me, she was like, I have to tell you this story, and she's like, I was like at this point where, I was at the last of my money, and 2 days left of whatever. And I had to like plan, I was like, okay, I can eat this much crackers and butter and cheese that'll get me to the end of the month. And I don't know where the next is going to come from. And then she was like, one day I wake up and I'm like, grouchy or whatever, or just not grouchy, but like I was just like, oh, I need to do something. Let me just go lay down. I like to look at clouds and look at the sky, and it kind of just takes my mind off stuff. So she goes and like lays down in the park and is like looking at the sky. And then she's like, huh, I want to go sailing. Like just, like kind of just lets everything go. She's just like having a day. And she wants to go sailing. And like, okay, doesn't think about it twice, goes back home, gets like a message that's like, oh, we've got this sailing trip that's going on. Do you want to go on this sailing trip? And she was like, oh, yeah, I think I met this lady at the thing. Yes, I want to do this sailing trip. Chooses into the sailing trip, gets on this call with all these people, comes to find like all this glitchy stuff happens. She's like, okay, well, it wasn't able to go through. I was able to send some messages, but whatever. She ends up at the sale, like when they're about to like launch. And she's like, oh my God, I actually don't know this lady. I actually don't know any of these people. Like, I don't even know how I got here. I thought I met this lady at this thing, and it's not even that lady. It's like this some other person. And so she ends up going on this like magical 8-day sailing trip, and like meets a whole bunch of people, and like in the process, like just before she goes sailing or something like that, like a friend calls and is like, I'm abundant right now and I just want to give you money. And now she's like, and now I've got like money, and so I'm gonna go to the US and come to this camping trip and see you, and then we can like hang out during the summer. And it's just like, how, it's like you just go and daydream for like 15 fucking minutes and just relax and don't think twice about things. And then just everything is just like,
Hey,
it's so simple. There you go. Go sailing, go to US, go travel, go do this, go do that. Like just make it easy by like letting go. It's so simple. It's so simple.
yeah, we like to complicate things.
Yeah, I've noticed. Like, let's leave math to be the complicated thing. And then like the rest, can we just go dancing and play?
I mean,
And yeah, like let's go. Like dancing is the ultimate joy. Like on the back of my computer, I have a sticker that says dancing is good for you.
ooh, I love that. I mean, I just came back from my dancing lesson, 90-minute cardio dance workout. And
It's
today my
amazing.
watch told me um it was a very easy session. I'm like, what?
For your watch.
Yeah, because my
For your
watch.
watch, it was easy. Your watch was just hanging on your wrist. Like, this is easy. Oh my gosh. This
But the
isn't hard
thing
at
is that
all.
this time it actually I didn't feel like all hot and sweaty and bothered. I just felt like I'm having a good time and I'm dancing here. Uh, but I think it's actually the training that I was doing in Mexico, because like it's fucking 35 degrees centigrade already in the mornings. I have no idea what that in Fahrenheit, but
It's
it's like
hot.
humid and it's hot already in the mornings. And so like I was already doing all of these sports and like doing a full hour, an hour and a half workout in the morning. And I think that helped a lot here because I'm like, and I can jump and I can run and I can do all these things and I can stand in front
I'm
of
a
a whole class.
superhero.
And I had no idea that like the training that I've been doing is actually helpful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So these things, they just
You just
happen. I mean, I said I want to go to the gym, and so yeah, I'm gonna pick you up tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Okay. I never go to the gym at 7 a.m. But Courtney says do something you've never done before. So I go to the gym at 7 a.m.
That's great. That's great. I just woke up today at 7 a.m., which is something I don't normally do. Usually I'm like waking up at 8, but my body was like, shoot, time to get up. You got shit to do. I'm like, okay, I guess whatever sleep I got was the sleep I'm gonna get. It's time, let's go. So here's to 7 a.m.
Here's at 7 a.m. Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, the thing is that I've had so much fun because of what Zero has brought through and Courtney, because, in uh, the whole of April, like you had to do a new thing every day. And so every single day, I got up in the morning and I said, okay, I'm going to do something I've never done before. And, when you do it for many days, I'm like, okay, what new thing can I do today? And I was sitting on the bus. This was actually going to 𝒸𝓘𝓊, going from Valladolid to 𝒸𝓸𝓊. And I'm sitting on the bus and wondering, what can I do? What is something that I've never done before? And I'm like, okay, wait, you're sitting on the bus. I'm going to just turn over on my back, put my feet up towards the ceiling, and ride on my back backwards because I've never done that before. And I don't care what anyone else thinks.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'm just
Oh my
gonna.
God, I can only imagine the people's faces sitting around you, like thinking in Spanish, like, what the fuck is she doing? That's amazing.
And I do it for like at least 15 minutes. I'm just lying on my
That's
back,
amazing.
feet towards the ceiling. La 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 la. I've never done this, and it feels pretty like it's comfortable, but it's uncomfortable because you know that people are
Yeah.
watching. And still,
Yeah.
and my friend, she's having a laughing fit because she thinks it's a hilarious. And I'm
That's
so
amazing.
committed to doing something new every day. And by doing that, I jump timelines.
Wow. That's amazing.
And I
That's
can tell you I
amazing.
jump timelines because I'm now a landowner in Mexico.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, it's funny, that reminds me of this movie that came out some years back called Everything Everywhere All at Once. Have you seen that movie?
Not yet.
So basically, like, it's, and I only saw it because, again, it was like one of those things, spirits like, go see this movie. Now there's like violence and like stuff that I don't subscribe to in there. So in those moments, I was like shutting my ears, closing my eyes, and like chanting because I'm like, and like incensing myself with essential oils because the movie theater doesn't allow fire. But like the point of the movie, and I know why I was there, was to show us that all these timelines exist. We have access to all these timelines at once. And in order to access them, you have to do something wild. Like this guy would eat chapstick, for example. Like, who's going to do that? Gross, right? But that's like your version of sitting upside down. And like, that's how you access these other timelines or access this, other reality. And so you saying that right now is like proof, like 100% to like, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna look at this differently now, like in the way of like doing something so wild, but so simple, but still so wild that allows for the timeline jump for real. Like so in my mind, I just associated with like eating the chapstick. Like that's just what I call it. It's like, dude, you gotta fucking eat the chapstick. So it's like sitting upside down on the bus, like eating the chapstick. So yeah, you're a landowner in Mexico. Like that's wild. That's amazing. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna bring extra chapstick on this trip.
I'm seriously not kidding you. Like I am very conscious about doing something new I've never done before every day. And even if it's just like when you make your bed, put the pillow, like place the pillow at the end of the bed for that day.
Mm.
You've made your bed, you put the pillow in a place you would never put it. It's as simple as that. It's so
So
simple.
simple.
And
Okay.
like don't overthink these things, or put your watch on the other side.
Yep.
Or like we were walking through Mexico City, and I was talking to my friend about, okay, do something new every day, and she was like, okay, we're gonna walk backwards now. And so we just
Amazing.
both turn around and we start walking backwards in Mexico City. Like, okay, I don't think I've ever done this before. And then she said, okay, now we're going to turn around again. And now we're going to walk sideways. And now at the next traffic light, we're going to turn 3 times. And so
That's incredible.
it's that easy. Have you ever done that? No.
You know, no, like not, I mean, one, I've never been to Mexico City, or I haven't yet been to Mexico City, but I have done that where I'll be walking down the street with my dog and then I'll just turn around and just walk backwards, and I'm like, so I've done things like that, but like I want to like next level it because it is, it's like one thing I have like my headphones on, or like I'd go down to the park and I went just like danced my ass off in the middle of the field, and like so it's like getting over the being seen by others thing that which like when you think about it, it's like, who are these people and why do I care? Because I'll never see them again. I don't even know them. Why does it matter? It's like it's such a trip that like that's the thing, right? That stops a lot of us from doing something wild, right? It's because some stranger, some unknown human is gonna see it, but you'll never see them again and you have zero relationship with them whatsoever. But it's like, why is that? Why is that the thing that stops us?
I mean, we want to belong. Uh, there's one fear that we have, and that is the fear of being outcast, which is a good fear because that has brought us to where we are right now as a species. Okay, community, uh, like humans, along with bees and ants, have communities, and that's how we were able to evolve to where we are now. Community, helping each other, exchanging food for something else. Okay? And so whenever someone did something that was thought of as not okay for the group, that person was outcast because otherwise the whole group would die. Okay, so all
Right.
of these things are in our spleen. So in human design, all of these topics are in the spleen. The fear of,
Okay.
the gates 48, 50, 28, the fear of dying. Okay, that's all in there. And that is to help us survive. But we don't need that anymore. We've got to such a place that a single person can survive pretty well without seeing other people. Not that I wouldn't say it's the life that I would like to live, but you can do that now. We live in such an abundant world that you can have everything and be alone, which is fine. But all of these survival skills are still going on inside of us. So we think there's a tiger, but like our body is reacting as if there is a tiger, but there's no tiger.
Right.
And so in that case, it's about if that person sees me as weird, they might cast me out of the tribe. That's
Right.
but it's an
Yeah.
illusion.
Yeah. Totally. totally 100%. I realized that, and it's I guess it's because, okay, so it is the like innate, it's in the nervous system as like a program, right? Like an instinctual kind of base level thing. And then we have, but then it's like, but I'm on a bus with a bunch of people I don't know. Like these aren't even my tribe anyway. Like you would think that our nervous system would have the like discernment to say, yeah, I don't know these people, so it doesn't matter. And there are some people, ooh, just kidding. Sorry, I hit the bench. There's some people like in the world who like don't care, right? At all, because they're just like, I'm free and and that is the thing that I in aspire to be, and also aspire to uh encourage others and to show possibility, because it's like, speaking of like human design as a projector, right? Like I wait for the invitation, and like not that I only live human design, but like it's helpful. Um but like having that invitation to do something, or to be in that energy, where if I'm just by myself, I'm very much contained in my own experience. So it's like it takes me a little extra then to like do it on my own. So I think that for me, like this road trip is going to be the thing that is going to cause me to like come outside of myself in that way. Because like when I'm traveling with my magical friend who I shared the story about earlier, like it's easy. Like she's also a man gen, and like we're just like let's go, because you got a buddy. So it's like, you at least got one person who's got your back, and I think the challenge, in a good way, the challenge is like as a single person traveling who doesn't have that, like there's some people like, I'm just a clown and I'm going to do it anyway and I'm just blah blah, and they're going to do it whether they're with people or not with people. Well, like I turn on with people because I my identity center is also open, so it's just like it's easy for me to just like chameleon and jump into whatever and like feel comfortable, and it's fine. But like when I'm just on my own, it's like, okay, am I going to pull out the megaphone and like say something to this person at the gas station and tell them they're doing a great job? Like that's my challenge. Like that's my like thing I've never done before. And I'm going to bring the megaphone and I'm going to like make it a point to go do these things. So the rewriting that I to rewrite that program in the nervous system of, will I be accepted? Will I belong? It's like I just want to like delete that and then like move forward, because as like a luminary, as someone who's here to like give a different perspective of what's possible, it's like I have to be able to like go outside of myself and do the thing, sit upside down in a bus chair, or shout to compliments to a stranger as I'm driving past, or whatever, you know so that other people can say, whoa, like I'm like I saw this quote once, is like, be the glitch in the matrix that you want to see.
I love that. I thought you were going to say be the change in life that you want to see, but be the
Yes.
glitch is even better. I'm
Yeah.
feeling that.
So it's like you were totally like the glitch on the bus, and I want to feel safe being the glitch in the matrix as I'm traveling solo, on this tour. You know what I mean? So it's like having put words to the thing that is innate in all of us, which is like, yeah, we want to belong and we don't want to be like whatever. But now, as we're moving into this new realm of consciousness and stepping out of that old way and coming into the new, which is being that glitch, to say, hey, come over here. There's like, be the white rabbit, not like I'm late, but like, hey, come over here and like get this magic, because like there's a secret wall here, or there's a secret door here in this wall that you don't see, like Harry Potter, Hogwarts, like the train is going to go through the wall. If you come with me, you can come through the wall too, and like that's what I want to be in this world, is this kind of like Heyoka, like this it's like the fool, right? Like in the tarot deck, right? And it's just like being a cosmic disruptor that is showing joy and possibility and like leading people out of, their mental, emotional, physical prisons that they've created in their own mind. You know what I mean?
All you have to do is do it for yourself.
True. Absolutely.
And once you do it for yourself, there's a permission slip for everyone else.
Absolutely. Absolutely 100%.
So just
100%.
be the glitch. Do the thing that you've never done before. Eat the chapstick. You got like I have an idea in my head. Now I've got to go fucking eat the chapstick. Because
Tell me how it tastes.
I have been looking to get that movie for the last 3 months. And it
Oh, wow.
hasn't shown up on any of the streaming that I have. Actually, I rented it on Prime. I got Prime, like I rented it on Prime, and it doesn't have it in English. Being in Switzerland. Yeah. And I actually forgot all about it. I could have done it in Mexico. Probably could have got it.
But then it would have been Spanish.
And yeah, might not even been in English then too. It'd been all in Spanish. Oh my
Like
gosh.
everything, everywhere, all at once, except English.
Exactly. And I was like, okay. Because I really want to watch that movie. And like I started watching it, and it's like, it's in German. Can I change it to English? And I found like in a research, no, you can't. There are movies that you just can't get in English. And that's one of them.
What?
No, I'm happy I only paid like $1 for it.
That's so bizarre to me because it's a movie that is in English already.
Yeah.
Other countries, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, look, they translate everything for you in the language of the country. And the thing
Okay.
is that they think they're doing a good thing. They just don't remember that there are people who might not speak the language of the country that they're in.
But in Switzerland, don't they speak multiple languages like
Yes.
English
No,
and
it's not one of
French?
them. German, French, Italian, and Rätoroman.
Oh, well, apparently you're the only English speaker in all of Switzerland.
Yeah, apparently I am.
Your fault. No.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
like it's so crazy, and so like I keep on changing everything to back to English because I mean I speak perfect German. I speak perfect Swiss German. That's not a problem. I just don't want to read things in German. I want to do it in English. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, hey,
It doesn't matter.
when it's time, it's time. When it's
Exactly.
time, it's time.
Exactly. So
Just
it's like the drum roll. It's been a long drum roll.
okay. Well, now you know a little bit of the premise of it. And, if you're sensitive to violence, just know the music will cue you when a part is coming. Like, I didn't see any of the violence. I mean, other than like the fist fights and stuff. But when it got really like creepy,
Mm.
I just close the eyes, shut down the ears, and because I protect my consciousness. Like I don't want to just like flood it with a bunch of shit, like especially violent, because I know how powerful I am, and like okay, I know how powerful I am, and I don't know how powerful I am. You know what I mean? Like I know, like I have the sense I know how powerful I am. But then like to what level? Like if I consume that stuff subconsciously, and like put that like because I amplify, right? So like just the butterfly effect of that being in my personal consciousness, like I'm not trying to like go beyond that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like I know, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get. I mean, I on the flight, I decoded Lucy, the movie
Yeah,
Lucy
I
with
haven't seen
Scarlett
that one.
Johansson, and there's a lot of violence in that. But like, I sort of, I, I'm, I so we are all sensitive to it. but it's like, okay, I'm not going to close my eyes or shut my ears, but I do like zone out, or
Yeah.
I will fast forward
Yeah.
on those scenes, because I mean, those scenes, they talk to the left brain of the not awakened yet people,
Yeah.
because that's what they want to see. But there's so much inside of that movie, and so I
Yeah.
spend a lot of my time on the flight to Mexico decoding Lucy.
Yeah. Was that the one where she was the AI or something, or had some medicine or something? I don't.
Yeah, so she accidentally became a drug mule of this new
Okay. Yeah.
drug, and like it's like a
Yeah.
DMT type substance, and the bag broke, and so it all dissolved in her bloodstream at once.
Okay.
And at the same time, you had Morgan Freeman talking about what would happen if we used 100% of our brains.
Yeah.
And so, like, those two parallel streams were going on until they met, like at the speed of alignment. So that's sort of the premise of, he was talking about it and it's actually happening to her at the same time.
Okay.
Of course it's good storytelling, but at the same time it's like there was so much about, like, what I've been experiencing myself is hearing far beyond what a normal person can hear, or seeing beyond the veil that has never existed before. But when you rise in your frequency, you start seeing things that you didn't see before,
Yeah.
and becoming the glitch in the matrix. And what happens to you when you actually are 100% connected to source, not like when this physical body becomes not important anymore.
Right.
And so, I mean, it's a wonderful thing to watch, and at the same time, I mean, we use our brains, we're just not aware of it.
Yeah. It actually makes me I just listened to a Bashar video the other day, and he talked about that. And it's because someone had asked, like, why are we only using 15% of your brain? He's like, no, you're using 100% of your brain to tell you that you're only using 15% of your brain. You are literally always using 100% of your brain. Just like with like junk DNA, like when in nature has nature ever made junk? Like, what? Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's junk. Just means that you don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's humans are amazing.
Humans are wonderful beings. I
Yeah.
love it, and I love observing it all, and
Yeah.
watching how people who aren't awake, how they go about their lives.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It's like, aw, really? You believe that? Aw.
And I love you for it, because I was there 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been there. I mean, I say many of us have been there. It's been it's a journey. And it's interesting to see, like, to be in this space now where it's like I can see other people in their, you know, worlds, and be like right next to them and be like, oh, we see things very differently. You don't see what, and then it's just like, I love you. Oh, that's okay. But if you ever, whenever you need, like, I'm here, you just reach out or don't,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's so fascinating. It's so fascinating.
absolutely. I mean, I'm a
So
life
fascinating.
path 11, so these things have been happening to
Oh, me
me.
too.
Oh, you too?
Yeah. Yep.
That's amazing. Another one.
Yep.
Yay. So all of these things that just happen for us really quickly, so we ascend very quickly. And it's been such a roller coaster ride, and I'm strapped in with chocolate in one hand and champagne in the other and enjoying it all.
That's great. I mean, that's the way to be, like really, because that's when the floodgates of magic really open up, It's just like in observing, unattached, and in celebration and joy and, being humorous, allowing yourself to like, kind of if you mm, it's like I see like not like a sucker punch because that's uncomfortable and taking off guard, but like, with where it's like I said this actually in one of my recent videos was like when I was a kid, I wanted to be on this game show called Double Dare, and it was like this obstacle course for families. It was on Nickelodeon, and like if you like missed something or didn't get an answer right or whatever, you'd get a bucket of slime dumped on your head. And it's like when the universe kind of just like slimes you or on a higher self like slimes us or whatever, it's like, ah, and then like laugh it off, and then just like wipe the slime, take a shower, and just like keep moving. You know what I mean? But it's not like you get slimed and it's like the end of the world because, somebody over there saw it. And it's just like, no, have a laugh. Like you have to be able to like laugh at yourself, laugh at the situation, and know that everything's working out. And like, who knows what's on the other side of that? Like, maybe you're heading to the shower after getting slimed and then you meet the love of your life or you like find $50 on the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like everything there's always a silver lining around literally everything is the way that I choose to
Life's a
see it.
cosmic joke. That's what I've been like.
Totally.
This is the third time I've heard that in this conversation. So, like, I'm going to say it now. Life's a cosmic
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
And you're in on it.
Yeah.
You're in on the
It took
joke.
some time. Yeah. And it's fucking hilarious.
It
It
is.
is absolutely like and then that's why we get blessed with these stories, like you were sharing with me earlier about being on the bench, in Mexico and like all the magic that ensued or like the magic that happened to my friend I mean, I've experienced countless times where, those kinds of magical things happen and it's like as long as you are willing to laugh at it, with it, and through it, like it's gonna be fine.
Oh,
It's totally gonna
it
be
doesn't
fine.
mean that life doesn't give you challenges. It just means that you get to look at it from a different perspective and choose a different way to respond.
Absolutely. And the challenges are what allow us to grow.
Yeah.
It's like you don't go and find somebody, like, oh, I'm gonna go play basketball with this person. Let me just make sure that they like really suck and I'm really good so that makes me look better. It's just like, no, you want somebody who's gonna challenge you and who's gonna like show you your blind spots so that you can say, oh shoot, I had this blind spot. And but now that I like see it, now I know what to do and that makes me a better player. So it's like everything is all about improvement. Nothing's wrong with you. It's just like there's ways to grow more. So like let it happen.
And like right now in real time, I'm having my own little laugh because the pod or the message that you just said, like you just had that on your podcast. I actually watched that right before this video, right before doing the
Like,
podcast. Exactly that one.
that's amazing.
And I think you said this is Sunday, and because I wanted to watch another one of yours because I love it. I just love when you go
Thank
off
you.
and da 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 da. And that was literally like message A and message B she just delivered right now, and I'm having my own little laugh because there's so much synchronicity in that too. I love it.
That's amazing. Yeah. And that's when we're in the flow. Is like when the synchronicities are happening, like that's the proof that you're in the flow. When you see the angel numbers, when see the eagle fly or even just the bird, like, it's just like nature. And this actually came through I'll voice note myself, my higher self will come through and just voice note and say some stuff or source will come through. I mean, it's all the same. And one thing that it said was like, pay attention to nature, because nature is going to give you all the signs all the time. You know, it's like I see billboards or like license plates or hear music, you know, songs, or see, you know, a bumper sticker or whatever. But what was shared was like, pay attention to nature, because when you travel and you're in a country where you don't speak the language and you can't read the sign and you can't decipher the lyrics of the song because it's in a language you don't speak, you know, it's like nature is the same frequency everywhere. So a bird is going to fly. It might not be the same bird, but it's going to be a bird. There's going to be the tree that blows, the wind that blows, the water, the rain that comes down, the rainbow, those things, like across the board. So that is our, everybody speaks that language, you know, so pay attention to nature and let nature be your guide everywhere, because humans complicate things. Nature is always like, hey, like, look at my background, like, you know, like, nature knows everything. So let that be your new angel number. You know, it's like I'm talking and here comes a little squirrel, like pops out of the side of the tree. And it's like, oh, hey, squirrel. It's like, oh, what are you trying to tell me? It's just like, boop, you know, and they know, you know, it's like butterflies mean actually more than 777 or whatever, you know, because you can read a butterfly in any part of the world. You can, you know, some numbers look like squiggles in other parts of the world that I wouldn't know that's even a number, or if it's like this way to the toilet. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Like I'm just teary-eyed because of all of the things that nature told me when I was in Mexico. And like um we it was the last day I was at the office. That was Thursday. Um like inside, and we were doing the workshop, and I looked outside, and because I have this honeysuckle tree, and the honeysuckle tree is like the same honeysuckle as we have in Australia. And so a few days beforehand, one of the guys picked a flower and he sucked on it. And I'm like, did you just suck on that flower? And he said, yeah, because it like tastes like honey. I'm like, what is this, a honeysuckle tree? And oh, that's what you call it. And he's like, yeah, that's what you call it. He's like, suck on it and it tastes like honey. Okay, so I'm looking at that honeysuckle tree, and then a hummingbird comes up. And
I'm
so
getting
like
chills.
everyone else is like so concentrated on, and me manifesting generator stuff. Look over there, bird, and they're like, "What is she talking about?" Yeah, hummingbirds are normal, so yeah, but it's a sign. Or on, I think it was Saturday. Um, you know, when I was doing the shoveling. Oh, I didn't even think I did told that yet. Okay. Because now I have 6 lots instead of 2. So the first um idea was to get 2 lots, and then I went to 4 lots, and now I have 6 lots.
Wow.
Inside of yeah, now 2 months of texting that person that, you know, with the bench, but I can get back to that. Anyway, so I did a ceremony for the new land that I have. I spread some 𝒶𝓂𝓊𝓊 seeds and a mango, like, to as an offering, and I also gave my own offerings and did like a smudging of my own and everything. And I was talking to the boss of the construction company, and like we were already talking spiritual stuff, and this huge blue butterfly, like that big, was just floating around inside the jungle on my land. And I'm like, do you see the butterfly over there? Look at the butterfly. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, and it's big, and it's on my land, and look at that. And I was like, oh, I got to take a video of it. And I mean, I captured it on video. It's so
Wow.
beautiful. And because that just takes my breath away. and there are so many butterflies and so many dragonflies and hummingbirds and iguanas. I mean, they have iguanas all over the place. I just like it's beautiful. I don't want to leave.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
The place is just speaking to me, like yeah, like I've never spoken to a place like I've spoken to Mexico. Not
Yeah.
okay, in this incarnation.
I mean, it's the only one you have right now
It's the one that I'm
that you're living right now,
aware of.
that you're occupying of
That
right
yeah,
now.
it's the one I'm occupying, but I'm occupying them all at the same time.
Yes. The one your consciousness is focused in
Yes.
right now?
Yes, exactly. Because when I was there the first time round, in Teotihuacan in Palenque, like I was remembering many, many different lives that I had there.
Wow.
Like I was Aztec, I was Mayan, and like I have a very, very strong Mayan side, and everyone calls me Yucatecan. They all call me Mayan.
Wow. Well,
So they see me and I mean they've embraced me like I'm theirs, like I've always been there. And the thing is, I know I have always been there.
yeah.
It's just I decided this time round I'm going to be born somewhere else and I'm going to find my way back.
Yeah. Because you need a new adventure. Because if you were born there, you'd been like, I have been there, done that.
Exactly.
You get to have a new version of experience, that leads you back that way, which is amazing. Which is like that's like the multi-dimensional adventure,
And
which
that's
is fantastic.
magic. That I mean, it's multi-dimensional magic. And I couldn't have imagined this a year ago.
Hmm. So when you went to Mexico for the first time was like 2 months ago?
3 months ago, exactly 3 months ago.
3 months ago?
Yeah,
That's insane.
I know.
And so in 2 months, you've gone from 2 plots to 6.
And I have a well
So
now.
at that pace, by the end of the year, you'll probably have half of the state that you're growing in Mexico.
I hope so, because then I can keep it the way it is.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And you have a well, like, yeah,
I have a well
yeah.
because when I was there, I of course, Source did this. I planned to be there for 2 weeks, and because I had an appointment here with the mediator and my ex-husband on the 1st of June. And then a few days beforehand, the mediator says he has a double booking and he can't come. And the thing is that maybe a day beforehand, I'm like, I haven't moved my flights yet. I usually move my flights back. But let's see what happens. It would be really great if that appointment would be cancelled.
Wow. It was the clown. It was the clown.
And the appointment gets cancelled, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push my flights back a week. I get to be here a week longer, and so when I'm in the meeting with the architect and civil engineer, I said like, okay, I'm here for another week, so we're gonna do like we need to do a few more things as long as I'm here, and I would like to have the first shovel.
Nice.
I want to be here for the first shovel. And he's like, oh yeah, give me water. What? Yeah, because we need water for the construction, so we need to drill a well. Can we drill a well? Okay, fine, fair enough.
Please actually drill the well.
Sorry?
It's like, please actually, yes, drill the well, because I'll also need a well for the property. So yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, drill the well. That's all good with me. Oh yeah, okay. So we have that planned for Thursday. And I mean, I went out dancing on Wednesday. That was a story that I told you about. I went out dancing on Wednesday. I went to bed really late, and then at he would have picked me up at 7:30, and so I set my alarm clock so that I'm up, so that I would be able to go at 7:30. And I look at my phone just in case and see, no, they've postponed it to mañana, to tomorrow.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait a moment, I get to sleep longer? Yay! Okay, I'm going back to sleep. Snooze. Go back to sleep, and then but you have to come to the office. Okay, I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there. Just let me grab a coffee on the way, and I'll be there. And I mean, by the end of the day, I had like the last design signed off on, because we have a design house inside of 3 weeks.
Wow.
Who does that? Who has a well? And so they actually did it on Friday. Although I wasn't there, but I shoveled the foundation, and so they had just the pipe there, and we did a ceremony around the pipe, because and to set my intention for what I want to bring and how I want to my frequency, because my frequency helps other people remember who they are. It creates a safe space so that they can be their authentic selves. That's my energy.
Amazing.
And so I get to use that place for that, to bring people there on retreat so that they can remember themselves and so that they can be their authentic selves. And I got to set my intent and with the water, so that the water will flow and create more abundance, because the water is abundance. And when I said so that people can remember who they are, the civil engineer starts to cry.
Wow.
Because that touched him so much, because that is something that is important to him.
Amazing. That's amazing.
And I mean, and this was at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I can tell you about the rest of the day, which was full of amazing magic. So we see the butterfly, and then so afterwards we create the foundation, we go back to the office, we where I get my last papers for the last 2 lots. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have them all now. I came with 0 and I leave with all of them. And now I have the rights to everything. I mean, it's one step. There's still another step of the process to get the deeds. But the day beforehand, he took me to the municipality, and we met up with the person who gives the permits for the construction. We met up with the secretary who gave me an address. I have an address now. And we met up with the judge who is going to issue the deeds.
Wow.
Inside of 45 minutes.
Wow. That doesn't happen anywhere.
It doesn't.
Not even, no. That doesn't happen anywhere.
Exactly. And it like boom, 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 boom. And I was just standing there making sure that my frequency was like high. I was like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I had 0 attachment to any outcome. I was just standing there. It's going to happen. And these 2 ladies speaking Spanish, looking at me like this gringo. And I'm just like, I'm loving them for who they are, because they're doing their jobs and they have their judgments and everything. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'd love to hug you, because you have absolutely no idea what's going on. And we're in and out in 45 minutes. Okay. And then on Saturday, I have to give back the bike that I rented on Friday, because it needed to go back to the hostel that I got it from. And we give it back, but the lock is missing. No idea where the lock is. We sort of try and find it. No idea where it is. Okay, so I said, well, how much does the lock cost? They take me to a bike place. I buy a new lock. We go back. We give the lock back. And then we go to their place. We wait for their kids to be picked up. And then they leave, and they come back in their bathing suits. I'm like, what's going on? And we're going to a cenote now. we're going swimming
Oh my God.
before we take you to the airport. And I'm like,
Wow.
what an amazing surprise. I had no idea.
Wow.
Okay, let me get my bathing suit. Put my bathing suit on. Okay, let's go to the cenote, a new one that I haven't been to yet. And then we go, it's beautiful. I zip line into the water. We have a
my God.
blast. We're in there, maybe for 30 minutes. We get out, we go back to their place, get changed into dry clothes, and they drive me to Cancun. And because my flight has been delayed already 45 minutes, and boarding time was at 6:20 in the evening. I get there at 5 to 6, and I'm at the gate at 6:05.
Wow.
With handing over my suitcase, because of course they had everything open for longer because the flight was delayed.
Wow.
I get up to security. There's hardly anyone at security. I can just walk through. My luggage doesn't get anything. I just walk through, and the gate is literally just past the security. So like 10 minutes.
That's so perfect. That's so perfect.
10 minutes.
I love that.
What? And I mean, that was just Saturday.
Wow.
And
I love that so much.
so every time I do this, like I keep on saying to myself, this is normal.
Stay tuned. And you can follow me on Vibrate Higher, VIBR8, HIGHER, on Instagram and YouTube.
We'll link it all in the description box below. And all of my offerings as well. So please follow, like, subscribe to Yaasika, to me. If you feel called to share and comment, we're here for all of us. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You thought you were losing your mind, but you're just remembering who you are. The signs you've been seeing aren't signs, they're coordinates written in the stars. Every crazy thing you've seen, every vision, every dream, nobody would believe me. That's your energy, vibration and frequency. You're not broken, you don't need healing. You're the one you're looking for, darling. You don't need saving, you need reminding. You already are the light.